EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Yellow. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Set it. Attack.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Third down and 6 yards to go.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage. Strong, and now it's fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Corey Vedvik on to punt the football. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This will be taken at the 10. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Lock and the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at their own 16.
Hey, high 7.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Bravo. Mike's both.
Throwing his lock on third down. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go. 8, read.
I don't even know why this team shut.
Smith.
44. Mike, 44.
On the delay, it's Howard. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Hey, Foxtrot.
On first down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Breeland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
Mike, 44. Let's go.
Another try after the first down sack. Block, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
52, Mike, 52. Tackles. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that.
On third and long, it's Locke. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On first down, they run with Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13.
Hey, team 6.
56 is the mic.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Ready?
Now Locke throwing on second down. This is the tight end Fant. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is third and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Block now on first down. He completes it to Tate. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready.
Mike, 44's Mike. Check. On the ball.
Let go.
They fake the handoff, now lock. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On the ready.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
Hey, Delta.
44's the Mike. 44's the Mike. All right, T, let's check. All right, T. 44. Mike, 44.
Hey, Alpha.
You got nothing in there. You got nothing.
5.
Block will try again on second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll make it third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10.
44's the Mike. 44's the Mike.
From the gun on third down, Locke. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And this one is right down the middle. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsor saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense... So they wanted to get those products out there. They wanted to stop that drive, just were unable to do so.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Let's go, baby. Return up. Get that ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Tight end left. Tight end left. Everyone go. Mike 48. Mike 48.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Alpha. 51. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. 51.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and long. Looking for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Daniil Hunter in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And he's going to go down again. Daniil Hunter getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 51-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
But that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Hey, 44, Mike, 44. Hey, Tank. 44 to Mike. 40.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Block. That's caught by Howard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, Orbit. 44's to Mike.
Lock now on 1st down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Yellow! Our yellow ladies!
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Hey, 43, 15!
51 to Mike, boy. 51.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to...
Hey, Rimland!
48 Mike. 48 Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On play action, it's Mahomes. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will do it for this first half. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
Hey, Zoo.
Hey, Mark 52, Mark 52.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The end result, 21 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready. 60 or.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Get it.
They run with Howard. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell.
Hey, Charlie.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right?
Now.
From the 38, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Locke. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Yo,
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They'll go again with Sanders. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Not a big deal on that one. Just your everyday 67-yard punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Bravo.
44
Lock to throw on 2nd down. Got a man open. It's Sutton. Denver has the 1st down. The play going for 15 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Scary situation. Let's go. 44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike. Check.
Smooth.
Check back. Bo's the Mike. Mike's Bo.
Yo, go. On
1st down, Lock finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, Echo.
44 is Mike. Check. I'm here all day.
Lead grip.
Throwing on 2nd down. Lock. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Down. 15 line.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Yep.
Staying open.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Don't let it breathe, defense. My 52. You better bring it. You better bring it.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
I don't need to.
Single.
Yellow.
Watch 20, check 20.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, Delta.
Let's get off the field.
Mike 52.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Yo, Mike 52.
Get it.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. And he finds Howard complete. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
44, Mike, 44. Silver.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see.
As Sanders has it poked free.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go, V, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos are going to get it at the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. The throw over the middle taken in. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A gain of 14 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
To throw is Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a 1st down. Lock to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Hey, Haywood.
44's Mike. Check. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Deep grip.
Back to throw. Lock. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead.
Let's go
From
now.
the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, orbit.
44's to Mike. 44's to Mike.
Not here.
44. Mike, 44.
Hit it.
Now Lock. He hits his target, left side, Watson. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
You're not ready. 44's to Mike. 44's to Mike. Watch the screen.
Lock now on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Justin Watson. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here we go. 44's to Mike.
Ready?
Lock will try again on 2nd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the 4th quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for Kansas City, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.